Hi guys. Today you're working on page 10 in your packet about the trapezoid. Okay, so just to review, the formulas here, it's also on that first page where we wrote all our formulas. For a trapezoid, it's a little more complicated. Well, first of all, let's just talk about what a trapezoid is, right? So what is a trapezoid? A trapezoid is any shape that has two sides parallel, right? Same direction, never going to cross. But these other two sides are not parallel, right? Those are a little more slanted. Oops, sorry, I just drew that one wrong. There we go. Okay, so you've got two sides that are parallel, the other two sides are not. The two sides that are parallel are called your bases, and then straight up and down on the inside, that's called your height. Because you've got base 1, base 2, and your height. And so that's our formula, right? Our formula just says we're going to take the height times the sum of the bases and always divide it by 2. So height, base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. So in this picture, this first one, let's decide what our different variables are, right? So the straight up and down one, that's always your height, okay? And then the other two are our bases. So 9 would be height, and then 6 and 15 are going to be bases. And it doesn't matter which one you call base 1 and which one you call base 2. You can just pick. I'll do that the top one is base 1 and the bottom is base 2, but you could switch those and it really wouldn't matter. All right, so our formula says area equals height, which was 9, and then in the parentheses, right, that's height, I do base 1 plus base 2. So it'll be 15 plus 6, and then it's all divided by 2, just like the triangle and the rhombus were divided by 2. And so when I work this out now, and you can use your calculator on this, right, I think you end up getting, let me pull up a calculator here. Where's my calculator? Yeah, I've got one. Just got to be careful when you pull up your calculator. If you're using an app, like you see I'm using an app on here, was it 9 and then 15 plus 6? So I would do 9. I have to do times parenthesis 15 plus 6, because on this iPad it's a little different than how we would do this normally on your regular calculator. If you have a regular calculator, you can just type it in. You can use the n over d function and work it out that way. And then this is divided by 2. And then I hit enter. And there's my answer, 94.5. And so my correct answer here is 94.5, be units squared. Okay, so you can go ahead and try number 2 and try number 4. I want to talk a little about number 5. When you get to number 5, it's a little more tricky. Sorry, it's cut off here. But it said a trapezoid has an area of 60. The lengths of the bases are 6 and 9. And then it wanted you to find the height. So this is one where you're going to have to work backwards. So let's go to our formula again. Okay, so my formula was A equals H times B1 plus B2, all divided by 2. So now let's fill in there what we know. Well, we know the area is 60. So instead of this A over here on the left, I'm going to replace it with a 60. And then I know that the bases are 6 and 9. So I'll call that B1 and B2. And so I'm going to replace B1 and B2 with 6 and 9. So I'm going to erase those. And I'm going to replace them with 6 and 9. And now I have a formula that I have to work through, and I have to work backwards to figure out what h is. That's what I'm looking for, right? And so the way I'm going to work this out is I'm going to first do parentheses, which is 6 plus 9. So I'll have 60 equals h. 6 plus 9 is 15 divided by 2. Now whenever we're dividing one side of an equation, in order to solve that, we can multiply. Right, so I would multiply by 2, multiply by 2. You guys know how to do that. 60 times 2 is 120, equals h times 15. And then to solve this, I just divide both sides by 15. And so I pull up my calculator again. 120 divided by 15 is 8. And so I am at 8. and it's just units. Okay, so that's one of the questions where you're going to work backwards. Question number 6 is the same, so you'll try that one on your own and then check your answers and then submit this page to me on Schoology. Have a great day, guys. Bye.